Hello everyone. Happy Wednesday. I hope you are having a beautiful day. If you're doing nails, I hope all of your nails are working out the way you want them to. If you're not doing nails, I hope you're getting all of your tasks done. Curious to know how many of you take a Wednesday off. I used to take Wednesdays off because that was the day where I was able to not have my kids because they were at school, and then also be able to get all of my chores done at home and all of that, and be able to run my errands without it being a Saturday, which is, more a family day kind of thing. Anyway, Wednesdays were a great day off. So anyway, hello Melissa. Everybody join me in wishing Melissa a happy birthday. Today we are celebrating her. It is actually, we are having a sale, and you can get 20% off all of, minus this, you can get 20% off of her favorite products, which is Build It, the gel polish colors, the chrome gels, or the cat eye gels, not the chrome, the cat eye gels, the glitter gels, the gel polish colors, the arty gels. There's lots of things that you can save 20% on by using code birthday at checkout. But today, the reason for me coming on and having this opportunity to go live is because I wanted to show you some gorgeous combos. We posted this combination today in our stories, and it kind of took my breath away. I was like, oh, what is that? I have to try it. That is so pretty. It's very easy to create. So we're going to create this together on today's live. And then I remembered the nails that I have done this week, and I wanted to highlight Let It Glow. So we're going to show a couple of combos using Let It Glow. Two of my clients have used this week, and it is absolutely a stunner. So I'm going to clear the decks, and we're going to hop right into this right here, this combination. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, first things first, it's going to use two different cat eyes. We are going to be using Cool Cat and Smitten Kitten. And they ombre beautifully. I'm going to teach you how to do that. Then we are going to go in with Chrome It. Now this previously was called Top It Off, and Top It Off has become Chrome It, and that was just to, there are different types of Top It Off. There are ones that have a pearl effect and things like that. So to minimize the confusion of which Top It Off you needed for Chrome, we renamed it Chrome It. So this is going to be what you want for that. And then we're going to use the always perfect Pandora. We absolutely love this chrome. And then to finish things off, we're a little extra. So we're going to put on the Top It Off Hollow Glitz, which is absolutely a gorgeous, gorgeous top coat. Okay, so what do you need on the decks? You're going to need a wipe. We love our pink wipe, so we're going to have that off to the side. And we're going to go right in with these two. Now, the reason why you need a wipe is because we are going to be ombreing with the bristle. You can choose whichever color that you want to ombre first or second, but we're going to be using the bristle in the bottle, and you don't want to put the other color back into the bottle. So this one is called Cool Cat. It's this beautiful icy blue. And let me grab my magnet. You can kind of see its effect. Ooh, isn't that pretty? So this is definitely more a glittery cat eye, which is super fun. You can get all of the products that I'm showing you today at magpiebeautyusa.com, or you can get them on the Magpie USA app. If you don't have the app, well, you're missing out. It makes for such an easy checkout process. And it actually makes the shopping process easier too. It's much more forgiving than the website, I feel like. And maybe that's because we become so used to using our phone. But it really is so great. It's like having the website in an app form. I guess that makes perfect sense. But once you download the app, you will know what I mean. It is so great. The other great thing is that the app uses the same login. So right there, I touched the blue. I don't want the blue in my purple, right? In my Smitten Kitten. So I'm going to wipe that off. So that's why you need to have a pink wipe next to you. I'm just putting on, trying to match the generosity of my first layer of the blue with the purple. Now I'm going to wipe off all of the excess polish, and I'm going to use this bristle to ombre the two together. It doesn't have to be perfect. Remember, this is going to be covered in chrome, but we just kind of want to ombre those colors. And then before we go in, wipe off so that we don't contaminate our colors, just like that. Okay. Then let's take our magnet and magnetize. I just think cat eye is so fun, don't you? Love it. Now the key with, I'm sorry, I'm keeping my phone. I don't mean to send you on a wiggle ride. But the key with the magnets is that you want your magnet to be parallel. So we want to be parallel and wiggling. And in this case, I'm just trying to make sure that it's super sparkly, just like that. I can even move this up into the middle if I want. Gorgeous. It's just going to give our whole design depth once we put the chrome and whatnot. Oops. The chrome and whatnot into, or on top of, I apologize. Doing a couple things at once and my brain keeps having a moment. All right. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Can you scoot the search? I'm not sure what you mean. Melissa, can you tell me what that means? And I will help you. Can you scoot the swatch over and up? The nail is covered by the comments. Absolutely. Thank you. Yes. Okay. Is that better? So we want to just magnetize all of that. And now that it is all sparkly, gorgeous, I'm going to put that into the lamp for 60 seconds. Now, because we're working on a plastic swatch, I don't have to go for a full 60 seconds, but all of the Magpie gels are a 60-second cure. So when you're putting this on a human, you want to make sure that you give it a full cure, okay? So I'm going to go for about 30 seconds, and then we're going to go in with our second layer. You could get away if you were happy with your first layer and the amount of polish, or that you couldn't see through, you know, it's not so sheer. You could get away with one layer here, but I am going to do 2 layers. Well, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll see on this one, I did 2 layers. So maybe what I'll do is only 1 layer, and then we can see the difference. And you can decide what you like best. Okay? So with that information, we are going to go into using our Chrome-It. Now, like I said, this used to be called Top It Off Clear. And this was our no wipe top coat that was used for chrome. Now it's called Chrome-It. So it's the same formula, just with a different name. What you're looking for is a even coverage, but then also looking for a really good line of light. Because if you go in with lumps and bumps with like an uneven surface, then your chrome is going to highlight the uneven surface. So I can see, especially on a swatch stick, this is a great way to practice. This is how I have practiced over the years. Oh, didn't mean to do that. This is how I've practiced over the years, is trying to perfect the line of light on a swatch stick. So if that means turning it upside down, or using a detailer brush, then you could perfect that before you go into the lamp. And this allowed me to get faster while I was working on clients. So I'm going to just check that line of light, and I'm not quite happy with it, but I have to remember this is a swatch stick and I can always practice on the next one, right? So just do your very best, get it as even as possible. Take out any air bubbles that might bug you, like this guy right here. Right? So we just do our very best. We get our swatch stick to look as nice as it can. And then in the lamp, that goes. Now, even when we are working with a swatch stick, you still have to cure your top coat for the recommended amount of time if you're doing chrome, because you want the chrome to absorb into the no wipe top coat. So in this case, there's a couple of different ways to use Chrome-It. You can go in for 30 seconds, rub on your chrome, and then finish the other 30 seconds, because remember, it's a 60-second cure. Or you can do the full 60 seconds, rub in your chrome, and then move forward with your chrome process. I'm going to go for 30 seconds. And we are going to be using Pandora Chrome. Pandora Chrome is an oldie but a goodie. She has been around for, I think 10 years now. Maybe 9 years. Maybe she's about to have a 10th birthday. And she is just always constantly popular. She's beautiful. She's got this incredible blue-red shift. She's great over pinks. She's great over oranges. She's great over, of course, reds. And she's also great over blues. She is just so versatile. Absolutely a stunner. She's also great over black if you wanted a kind of an orangey red chrome. Beautiful. And I'm just going to use my glove. You can also use a chrome tool if you'd like. I'm just giving that a really good rub and take off any of the excess. Now I am going to put this in for the, isn't that so pretty? You are kidding. Already that is stunning. Wow. I love that so much. Okay, I'm going to put this in for the other 30 seconds. And I'm just kind of doing that to show you that you do need to give it a full 60-second cure. I'm sure that when you were working on a plastic swatch stick, you could probably get away with the 30 seconds and move on. But Melissa said, I find I get less chrome chipping when I cure for 30 seconds, chrome, then finish the cure. So like the process that I'm doing now, you get less chipping. Thank you for that. That is stunning. Yes, yes. And Sheridan says, ooh, it's just, it's kind of like a what is on your fingers kind of moment. Wow, that is so pretty. Okay, so let's walk through the chrome process. We have on our base coat, we've put on our gel color, which that camera is kind of having a hard time even like how sparkly that is. Wow. So then we put on our gel color, which was our combination of Cool Cat and Smitten Kitten, and we did a little ombre. Then you go in with your top coat, chrome. Now what you can do is go through and you're going to just gently buff that free edge. I'm parallel, I'm not under it, parallel to the nail, and I'm just barely scratching that edge. And that is so that when I put on my next layer, I can go over it and cap that edge. Now what we need to do is remove all of our dust, just like that. And then, I forgot one product for you, but luckily I have a Get a Grip Clear. So you can use Give Me Strength here, if that's what you have. You could use a layer of Give Me Strength Plus. I'm going to use Get a Grip Clear because that's what I have next to me. But we need some sort of clear gel to encapsulate our chrome. And what that's going to do is just create that buffer to hopefully prevent any chipping that your client might experience depending on their lifestyle. If they're really hard on their nails, maybe they need this little bit of a flexible buffer. If your client isn't hard on their nails, you might be able to just go right in with a layer of top coat. But my clients definitely, I put a layer of gel in between the chrome and the top coat, and then just make sure that you are capping that free edge so that you are sealing in. Remember how we buffed that? You are sealing in that, wow, that is so pretty, that encapsulated layer. Okay, put that in for a 60-second cure. Again, I'm working on a plastic swatch, so I'm going to go for about 30 seconds. And then to finish off this stunning nail, we're going to add one more layer of sparkle. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. Well, you can kind of. It is the Hollow Top It Off, which is our holographic no wipe top coat. It has a really fine sparkle, so it's just going to add that ooh in the sunlight. Stunning. All right, we've gone 30 seconds, and we'll put on our layer of Hollow Glitz. Make sure that you cap that free edge. And hopefully you will be able to see that hollow. Ooh, it's so pretty. So pretty. Very easy. I think your clients are going to love this. It's a very easy design to achieve in a very short amount of time. That's going to get a lot of payoff. So I hope that you enjoyed that. The other gorgeous combo I want to show you is using Let It Glow. Now my clients, I've had 3 clients this week, and 2 of them have chosen Let It Glow. And so I have fallen in love. Now we had a little boo-boo with our content creation version right here. So we're just going to pretend just like that. Okay, so one of my clients has worn it with a color underneath, and one of my clients has worn it with just this color with 2 layers. Can you see how beautiful it is? This beautiful semi-sheer peach that has this incredible sparkle in it. It's like little pieces of diamond. It is not coming across how beautiful it is in real life. It's like, oh, yes, I want that for sure. So my clients have loved it. Let's see if you guys love it as much. Okay. First thing is that I have 2 different nudes. One is a little more peachy. One is a little more less peachy. This one is called Cat Got the Cream. And this one is Coconut Cream, which was in our sorbet collection last year. Beautiful colors. And I'm just going to show you this as a topper. So because Let It Glow is semi-clear, semi-sheer, then it's going to be a beautiful topper on top of a color. Lovely and gorgeous. Just something to add a little bit of oomph to a manicure. Lovely. Beautiful. It kind of makes it a sherbet orange almost, isn't it? Beautiful. And that goes. And then over Cat Got the Cream as a topper. Whereas this one doesn't have so much of that peach color in the base, then this one becomes almost more like a sparkly nude. Ooh, aren't you? Let it glow for the win. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Now I did want to show you what it looks like on its own as 1 layer and then also as 2 layers. So I'm going to swatch this color for you. Melissa said, I love Let It Glow over a nude base. In the sun is like literal diamonds. Yes. Can you see how pretty that is? So over it's, if you had this just on a natural nail, it's just going to be this soft, delicate, beautiful sparkle, almost as though your client doesn't really have gel polish on, like a gel color, and it's just a natural nail just sparkling. It is gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. One of my clients this week was my sister, and she wore it with no color underneath, and it was like almost just, it really was like naked nails with just this beautiful little shimmer to it. Gorgeous. So this one is Cat Got the Cream, and then this one is with coconut cream underneath. Beautiful. Let It Glow for the win. All right, there's our first coat of Let It Glow, and here's our second coat just on its own. Now my sister she leans toward wearing warm tones, so this was so perfect on her. Wow. Yes. Yes, please. Add to cart, use the code birthday at checkout and receive 20% off this beauty. Yes. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, we're going to put that in for a cure, and then let's go over everything we've done today. Today we are highlighting some gorgeous combos. This one, I will actually show you both. This one is the one that we had 2 layers of our ombre underneath. Remember that was Cool Cat and Smitten Kitten. This one has 1 layer underneath. So you can decide, is it worth that second layer or no? Then we went in with our Chrome It. That is our no wipe top coat that you can just use as a no wipe top coat, but it's also ideal for chrome. Then we rubbed in the beautiful Pandora Chrome, and then finished everything off with the gorgeous Top It Off Hollow. Beautiful. And then next we highlighted the brand new Let It Glow, and you can use this on its own or as a topper. This is just over 2 of our nudes. And then here she is all on her own with no color underneath. She is very, very underrated and very, very pretty. I think you're going to fall in love with her. Beautiful. All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining me. You can get all of these products at magpiebeautyusa.com, and you can shop our sale that we're currently having in honor of Melissa, our Master Educator's birthday. And you can find all of that information on the website or on our Instagram. But from now, which is January 14th through January 16th, you can get 20% off of all of Melissa's favorite products, which is Build It, the Arty gels, the cat eye gels, the gel polishes, and the glitter gels. So lots and lots of different products that you can either add to your collection, or if you are new to Magpie, welcome to the family, and you can grab a couple of products and give them a try at a discount. So awesome time to shop. Thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you next time. Bye.